Good morning. My name is Amy Simonne, and I am a professor and extension food safety specialist with the University of Florida, IFAS. And it is my pleasure to join this program, the Polk County Hunger Action Summit today. Food safety and nutrition is my passion. Well, I quote from my one of my colleagues, if it is not safe, it is not nutritious. This slide will provide you outline of some of the things that I will cover today. First of all, the foodborne illness data and statistics. Then I will provide some of the food safety resources. Then we will touch base on shelf life of food. Then we will segue into nutritional quality and dietary requirements. Then we will cover resources for food pantries, food bank, training priority, and the rest of the time will be focused on question and answer. This slide will provide you with some of the foodborne illness data statistic from the US. And the first link is the link to the CDC website. Okay, we are going to switch gear a little bit. So we are going to provide some information about food safety regulation. And I believe food pantry, food bank, the operation mode of those operations are very similar to the retail type food operation. And then the other good food source of food safety information is from the SNAP-Ed. SNAP-Ed is the food nutrition education program for specific population. And these are some of the people that would have access to food bank and food pantry. This particular slides provide some food safety information for consumer levels type material. So I made a screenshot from the current dietary recommendation for Americans. The other very important information related to food safety at food pantry is that it is about shelf life of food. When we talk about shelf life of food, it is pretty complicated because shelf life of food will depend on food itself, the property of food itself, and then the time and temperature. So some particular food will be shelf stable at room temperature, while some food are not stable at room temperature. They have to be refrigerated, and if they are not properly refrigerated, they become unsafe. And this is one of the issues that cause people to get sick and then get confused, and then sometimes food that are still good, people throw away thinking that they are going bad, and then the other food they think it is still good, but it is unsafe. So I provide two links here for people to help themselves in case they need to know what type of food they have and what would be the expected shelf life. So in the first link, this is the site from the USDA. It is an app. People can download this app to put on their phone, and then when they want to know the potential shelf life of specific food at specific condition, they can type in the food. If you click on this link, you can type in and you can get the information about what would be the appropriate storage information. And the second website, this is pretty much similar to the first website, but this is originated from the Food Industry Association. So now we are going to switch gear to nutritional requirement and or dietary requirements. And then this first link right here is the newest dietary guideline for Americans. And the link here will take you to a PDF file to document that is quite lengthy. And then some of the key requirement for this part is that to increase fruit and vegetables. And that is very important because I understand that some of the food pantries in the recent days have included some fresh fruit and vegetable in their offering. And then I summarize some of the informations that are pertinent to the food safety requirement or information as resources related to produce safety right here. And then also the other part of the change recommendation is to suggest increased seafood consumption. And then here, of course, when you change some recommendation, you have some attachment of some recommendation or guideline. And here there is a recommendation and guideline about seafood safety. And some of the things are related to some pregnant women or children, but we won't cover at this time. And this would be the resource for the audience. So now there's another information site that is very useful, and many people may not have access to this information or do not know before. So our government, the USDA, has kept very comprehensive nutrient database in this website. And as of now, this website is searchable. So if you go to this website and go to the search, you can type in some type of food, and then you will get some nutritional information in different kind of format. So this will give information in case you want to learn about nutritional quality of certain food products, raw, processed, canned, freeze, frozen, or boil, and so forth, or different cooking method. There will be information on that. And this is sort of a live database. Every so often when we have new information, new compositional information, then the data will be updated. So now we are going to switch gear to some of the information that is pertinent to this symposium. So here, basically, in terms of food safety information, we can find some information from this site, from the USDA SNAP-Ed. And so here, they have pretty good information, simple information for safe food pantry. And they have some information about perishable food, what type of food to be taken in safely. And then they also touch bases on food safety during emergencies and disaster. And then I like one of these resources from the University of Wisconsin Extension. They have this food pantry project. So they have pretty good comprehensive training programs that is pretty pertinent to some of the issues that are faced by food bank. For example, I put in a few details on putting safe food on the shelf, meaning they talk about policy, how to set policy, and how to educate donors. And they have some information about food safety as related to produce, because as I mentioned in the previous slide, we talk about the recommendation to increase consumption of fresh produce or vegetable. Then we have also some information about that. And produce safety is very broad issue, and there could be a separate training by itself. And then they also have information about transporting, handling, storing, and then talking about how to follow food safety rules. And then on top of that, they have some information on how to educate recipients about food safety, how to help the recipients to take care of their food when they take that home. And University of Florida, at our EDIS website, we have some information for food safety on different subject area. Well, we do not have everything out there, but if we have enough requests or questions, then we come up with some information that would be helpful and useful for people. So now we are going to touch bases about training priority. So here, as far as I understand, there are different types of food pantries. Some food pantries only distribute shelf-stable food, and some food pantry may expand to offer more of other type of food, such as perishable food and so forth. Some pantry also offer some cooked food that has to be prepared on premise. So that would dictate the type of food safety training that the volunteers or the people working in the organization need to do. And then on top of that, if the facility or the organization have larger distribution system, they have to have many more type of training, and maybe they might have some sanitation program. And I understand that some organization, for example, Feed America, they even have some third-party audit to audit their food safety information or system and so forth. And then some of the training program may have to help people or organization to come up with food safety programs to fit the specific type of operation. So with that, we are going to swing back in the state of Florida. Right now, in terms of a training program in Florida, we have different level of training program. And over the years, I work with some food banks, and some I only go in and give basic food safety training information. I gather information from the Partnership for Food Safety Education and keep the training. And then some may want a little bit more formal training. Some may require food handler training level. Some may require higher level training, such as food safety manager training. And here at this point in the state of Florida, there are about 6 programs that are accepted by Florida Department of Health, FDACS, and DBPR. So these are just current requirements. So in conclusion, again, I provide some of the overview of the resources on food safety and nutrition pertinent to food pantry, food bank, nonprofit organization. And again, with the very small amount of time, this is very much limited information. This is just the tip of an iceberg, and I will be willing to take questions and comment or suggestion, and we can go on with the Q&A.